Shut up and sit down.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Rebel Trading Group Podcast, episode 43. It is Thursday, September 27th, well, at the end of September 2018. My name is Nathan Oliphant, and with me, as always, is the gluten-free Jason Bessing.
The gluten-free Jason Bessing. What's going on?
What's up?
What's up? It's Thursday, my dude.
It's Thursday. How is everybody?
I'm good. Now, unfortunately, we've already done this episode.
But
But we had some audio problems.
I don't know what happened.
But if you want to hear Nathan talk to himself, you can see that on Twitch. But we're redoing the episode today, so it's gonna be fun.
I didn't re-listen to it.
We had practice.
If it makes it fair, I didn't listen to it again, so.
Neither did I. I listened to it a little bit, and I was like, wait, where's my audio? After like the first 16 minutes, I was like, okay, wait. But, yeah, technical difficulties, which have been sorted out. But other than that, you doing all right, man? Did you have a good day today?
I had a good day in the market, yeah.
I was just sideways.
Fucking pumped it up.
Up 0.5%. I'll take
10%. Ooh, Tesla's down 0.67%.
Dow Jones up
After
86
hours.
points,
Wait,
finishing.
Hold on. Go ahead, keep going.
Tesla stock falls in late trading after report Elon Musk named in a SEC lawsuit.
Uh-oh.
Dow Jones up 86 points, S&P down 1 point, NASDAQ down 41 points. NASDAQ slipping here and there, staying below that arbitrary 8,000 number. Gold sitting at 1203, not much there. And oil up another percent today, $72.22 a barrel. Bitcoin, cryptos having a slow move up. Bitcoin Cash up 10%. Some of the altcoins up having good days. Bitcoin having a modest 2.5%.
Why do people buy Bitcoin Cash?
You know, we are actually going to talk about that in just after your news segment, which begins right now.
Well, I guess this is breaking news. Tesla, Elon Musk is sued by the SEC coming out of Bloomberg. This is on Yahoo Finance. It says coming out of Bloomberg there on the headlines. Holy crap. Here it is. Short Tesla. We're buying. I'm going to go into a cash position tomorrow and put it all into puts.
You won't.
No, I'm not.
I don't think you got the grapes, son.
So yeah, what is it? It's down. I think it's down $14 after hours. That's what, or maybe 14% after hours. Let me check that real quick. This is live. Down 5.66%. Down 17.41. So there's that happening right now. I wonder if it'll just like bounce back up.
I don't touch it. I don't touch it, dude. I don't touch it.
You're not going to short it?
I don't touch it. I leave it alone. It's too volatile for me. I don't touch it. I leave it alone. I'll let other people make and break themselves. It's made a lot of millionaires. I don't think I'll be one of them.
Yeah, so the next thing, Kavanaugh is on the hearing, is doing his hearings today for the Supreme Court. His nomination, what do you call that process? The appointment process. So
it's a pretty gruesome process, grueling process.
This one's insane, man. They are just roasting him.
It seems like no matter what you do these days, you just absolutely cannot sexual harass. Like that is just career suicide.
I mean, I just don't think it's okay to sexually harass in the first place. But
I don't think it's absolutely right. But what do you think about the fact that a lot of these are happening 18, 20, 25 years after the fact?
I don't know.
You think that changes? I don't think that justifies it.
Yeah,
but at the same
it's hard to say
time, I feel like it only becomes a thing when it's convenient. I don't know. It's a very iffy topic.
So you say, is there room for convenience in the justice system?
Well, with this particular case?
Any case. I mean, if it's this case, then why not other cases then?
I feel like there's a statute of limitations on everything in this country except like murder. And it seems that all these women are coming out once they realize like they can get a cut of the pie. And I feel like that's a lot of it is chasing. Now, some very, very bad things have happened throughout history, and we know Cosby did very bad things, if they are all true, which he was recently just put in prison for 3 years. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Like 20 years after the fact, you're accusing somebody of a crime, and I don't know. It's weird. It's weird because we've never seen it before.
Here's something. Here's an article, and I'll go ahead and send you it right now so you have it. I'll send it to you right there. I'm gonna read the headline to you real quick. Goldman Sachs-backed Circle goes live with currency-linked stablecoin. Circle, the Boston-based crypto finance company, has gone live with its stablecoin, which it calls the USD coin or USDC. The stablecoin, a cryptocurrency that is pegged 1-to-1, that's exactly what Tether is, to a fiat currency, in this case the US dollar, will run on a network called Centre, CENTRE, and it's capitalized, an open source consortium, which means there's no single issuer. And this is quote, "What makes us different is that it's launched on an open source framework, meaning other companies can issue it, assuming they are a member of the Centre consortium," says Jeremy Allaire, founder of CEO of Circle. So
wow. Interesting.
USDC, USD coin. I don't know if they know.
The point is to get away from the US dollar. So that's the whole point of these cryptocurrencies. So why the hell do you want anything tied to the US dollar?
I guess it's an easier way to actually. I don't know. Maybe this is what I'm just trying to be a devil's advocate to your argument. But maybe it's a way to get into foreign exchange.
Possible.
Or currency exchange. You know. If other people want the dollar, if the dollar's strong, now they can buy USDC.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go.
I don't know. I wouldn't do it because you're right. The purpose of cryptocurrencies is to be decentralized, away from fiats.
Yeah, I'm not about it. I'm not about no Tether and all that shit. Anything else going on? I mean, it's same old, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's not much going on. Those are the big news right now. That's what's going on. So.
All right, well, let's go ahead and brush on over to our market terminology.
Woo!
Are you ready?
Always ready.
Today, you mentioned earlier, who would ever buy Bitcoin Cash? So for our terminology, I want to talk, what is an altcoin?
Okay.
Very simply. What's an altcoin?
Is any other coin except for Bitcoin.
Exactly.
Any other cryptocurrency except for Bitcoin. I'm sorry.
Now, why does anybody buy any sort of altcoin?
I think because they've got potential to move really high and really fast. And I think part of the reason behind this, and I might be just talking out my ass, some of the reason is behind the actual projects and funding that goes behind the altcoins. Like some of the altcoins actually have projects behind them that use cryptocurrency, Sphere, and blockchain as a way of funding their projects.
Mm-hmm. I know Ethereum is big on that. They're using their blockchain technology that's separate from their crypto, but the same blockchain thing, blockchain itself, and that code and algorithm to apply them to businesses. And that's one of the big things behind Ethereum. Bitcoin, if I'm not mistaken, is one of the only coins out there that's not necessarily also a blockchain project. It's strictly a cryptocurrency. A lot of the other ones are also blockchain assets themselves.
Yeah, so you have that, and then like like I said, there's explosiveness with some of the like smaller altcoins because they're so cheap, and then like they have limited volumes on some of these coins, and you can just pump them and dump them just like they're fucking baseballs, and you're playing catch with your dad in the yard.
They're fun to trade.
Dangerous.
I think they're fun to trade, man.
Well, you don't have access to a lot of altcoins.
No. You have to go to some crazy. You have to go to some crazy brokers. But right off the bat, I mean, there's some bigger altcoins out there, like Litecoin, Ethereum,
Ripple,
Bitcoin Cash, Ripple. So those are some of the bigger ones. But another thing behind that is all these different cryptocurrencies and altcoins, they have a different engine, a different set of transaction algorithms and codes and rules. Exactly. So Litecoin, for example, is basically Bitcoin times 4. There's going to be 21 million Bitcoin. There's going to be 84 million Litecoin. And the theory behind that is it can go 4 times as fast. Bada bing, bada boom. But the price breaking up is not the best. Like the what's the word I'm looking for? The relative value is different. So like saying like if Bitcoin goes up 3%, an altcoin will probably go 5%, and vice versa. If Bitcoin goes down 2%, an altcoin might go down like 7%, because it's not that core crypto Bitcoin name. So there's potential in some of these altcoins, and I think a lot of them are going to stay around, but some of them are going to die off. So if you're into cryptos, you probably are also into some of the altcoins. Basically, my favorites are Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Bitcoin.
Why do you like Bitcoin? Bitcoin Cash solves none of the problems Bitcoin already has.
Well, my thing is, I trade the volatility.
So you don't care.
It holds its value. I don't care.
Wow.
I'm not in Bitcoin Cash. I'm in crypto. This is just one of them, and it moves up and down. I buy low, I sell high.
That's total speculation.
Total speculation, but I think Bitcoin Cash will be one of the players to stay.
Okay.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I don't think so.
Well, we'll just have to see. Until then, I can just trade it.
Yeah. Where can they add us?
If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, or insults, or ideas, email us at rebeltradinggroup@gmail.com. That's Rebel Trading Group with 2 G's at gmail.com.
At rebel.com.
The rebel double. All right, Nate.
Today's topic again.
Let's do it again. We tried to do it on Monday because it was a special day on Monday.
It was very special for the actual.
It was a special day for the S&P as a whole. We added a new sector that just so happened to be in the middle of our sector series. Sector.
That's insane.
That's weird. What are the odds?
Yeah. So what is it?
Anyway, it's the communication services sector.
Sexter. Ooh.
Sexter. The ticker symbol for the fund, the most commonly traded and more liquid of that sector, is going to be XLC. We're going to go ahead and let Nathan pull that up. I know we're not on the Twitch or anything, but I still get to tell him what to do. Basically, Standard & Poor's decided to break up the technology sector and the consumer discretionary sector. And they decided to kind of bundle them in together. So we have some of the top core holdings. Are you able to pull up maybe the top 5 or 10 for us right now?
Working on it, Captain.
Working on it, Captain. Well, we know right off the bat. I remember Facebook's at the top.
Of course. Followed
by Google. Then I believe it was Netflix and Disney? Disney, I know was a fact in there. I'm just trying to remember in the order. But we had Electronic Arts. Basically, we took those big tech internet companies and we put them into communication services. Twitter's in there. Mm-hmm. Fox is in there. Disney, Netflix. whatever.
Discovery Channel.
And Discovery, Viacom, AT&T, Verizon.
Yeah, they had they had a telecommunications sector. Is that still a thing?
Telecommunications wasn't a sector. It was actually under
Industry?
consumer discretionary.
Okay, so that's
But
nice.
now, because it's mostly of the cable and the phone thing, but now it's on this communication services.
I like that.
And I like that too, because it makes more sense. It's not really, I mean, it is technology, but technology can be debatably 7 different things. I mean, a steel mill can be technology.
This is new tech.
But this is a different form of technology. It's usually like computers and software, a lot of media channels such as entertainment services and streaming services, cable services, Time Warner, AT&T, Verizon, who's the other one? Broadcom. A lot of these big telecom companies have a lot of communication channels in many different ways. They own all the radio stations and billboards. I don't know if anybody knew that, but Comcast, CBS own hella billboards that you see in the United States. So they're all about communications, and it makes sense to kind of bundle them in together along with Disney and Netflix and Google. Google touches everybody every day in some way, shape, or form. I guarantee it. Guarantee it, folks. Guarantee it. So I like that there are some of these huge blue chip value stocks that are in this sector. And I also like that there are growth names in this sector. It's a good mix, in my opinion.
What's the dividend on this?
We looked it up.
I think it's the same for most.
It's somewhat small because if the top holdings are Facebook and Google, it's not going to pay a good dividend.
I mean, it's got AT&T in there. It's got 2 million shares of AT&T.
Yeah, but it's so diluted by all the other ones that are non-dividend payers, unfortunately. So it's mostly going to be. I feel like it's going to be more reaching for growth rather than like a income portfolio or a dividend portfolio. I feel like this would be something that would be better to hold for 20 plus years. Like this, of all the sectors we've talked about, which just to remind you, we've went over real estate, industrials, consumer discretionary, energy, healthcare, and today we're doing communication services. And of the ones we've talked about, this is my favorite to hold over a long period of time. And before I would have said consumer discretionary, but my favorite of the consumer discretionary stocks have now moved into this sector.
Oh yeah, like which ones?
And that's for Disney right off the bat. Boom,
okay.
Right off the bat. I also like CMCSA Comcast. I think they have a lot of potential, a lot of growth opportunity still. They seem to be adapting all right. Getting into the mobile field, big blue chip. They own NBC. I mean, they're going to be around for a while. And I also like having those big growth names. Like I would love to have exposure to Google. I don't really care about Facebook, to be honest. I can't be excited about that one. But Alphabet.
You're not excited about Google, the powerhouse of the internet?
No, I'm excited about Google, not necessarily Facebook.
Do you think Google should have left technology? Like, I think it was necessary, but do you think it was like justified?
Yeah, absolutely, because they're not necessarily technology. So now the technology sector is composed of technology companies that create a product, a physical product for electronic devices or some sort of hardware or software development. Software development's kind of in the communication services now, huh?
Yeah.
Is Cisco in there? Like not the food company, but the the
logistics company?
Not the logistics company, but there's like or Oracle would be another one. Do you know if that went to technology or if that stayed in consumer discretion? Well, I feel like software development companies probably stayed in technology. We're going to have to review that. But sidestepping that, these big websites, basically they're just humongous websites. Is all they are. That's not really technology. The computer is the technology. But at the same token, Google also produces phones, and they're working on autonomous driving vehicles.
They have
How's that
social
communicate?
media. They have social media.
They have social media. Yeah. They have YouTube.
That's tons of communication, yeah.
That keeps them in communication. They're a very diverse company. But that's a very debatable one.
Google into this? I don't know, yeah.
What do you think about Disney being in there?
In communication? That's weird.
Well, I can tell you why that is, Nathan.
Tell me, baby.
So while we have the idea, well, we live in Florida, so we see Disney and we see what the impact it has on our state each and every day. Disney, believe it or not, most of its income comes from its entertainment industry, from its television and movies. Even though they have theme parks and timeshare resorts and cruise lines and all this other radio channels and music services, and even though they have all that, the bulk of their money comes from their channels. They own ABC as well. That's another big, humongous company. They own ESPN. They're selling off some divisions of it, but they're keeping the better parts. And yeah, so I like Disney as another diverse play. And Comcast as well. Comcast is kind of a miniature Disney. I actually just went to Universal Studios yesterday, rode the Hog X. Dude, I laughed. I laughed when you sent me that.
The Hog X?
The Hog X. I texted you, said, I'm on the Hogwarts Express. And you said, are you really on the Hog X? Dude, I laughed. The Hog X. Wow. That was funny.
Long
they
Hog X.
They have theme parks. They have movie divisions. They have television and news divisions. And then they also have, like, telecommunication services.
Okay.
So they're another diverse play.
They have, ESPN and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, Comcast has NBC.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
But Thursday Night Football, Sunday Night Football.
So is this something you're gonna hold, or is this something you want to see, like you're gonna see like a big pop in the next couple of years?
I don't know about a big pop. I feel like this will continue to grow. Definitely continue to grow over the course of 20 years. I could see this quadrupling.
How do you think?
Go
ahead.
I was going to say, because the sector will change each year. They will reallocate those companies to the proper market cap weighting. So it's not always going to be Google for 20 years.
Yeah, we haven't really touched on that, like how these ETFs buy stocks, and it's market cap weighted.
Yeah. The bigger the company, the more stocks they own.
Yeah. Have we gone over market cap? We can remind you.
We have.
It's the price per share multiplied times how many shares are floating in the market. So
basically shares outstanding, because the float is different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I just don't want to confuse it. So if there is 100, just make it really easy numbers. If there's 100 shares of a company and each share is $10, it's $1,000 company.
That's the market cap.
That's the market cap. But, here we're talking billions of shares at hundreds of dollars. So the bigger the company, the heavier it's weighted. And each year that will change. The S&P, the Standard & Poor's, which is an actual physical company, that committee meets and they discuss about which companies should be on which weighting of that sector. And then the portfolios that try to mimic that sector will adjust accordingly. Yeah. Just like when GE got booted out of the Dow. They had all those funds they just keep it going, man. Keep it, nothing changed. Just keep it going. So if you were to buy this today, it's not going to stay heavily weighted in those top five. Might not be the top five next year. Maybe 3 of them will. They might all be. Maybe Disney swaps with Netflix. I don't know. We'll have to see. But over time, this will be a very strong sector, and I feel like this is I told you, man, this is one of my favorites to hold 20 plus years.
All right. Well, what else you got to say about it?
Not much. I'm a fan. Clearly, I don't know if you can tell by my fucking tone.
We should rank the sectors right now.
Okay. Well, real quick off the top of my head, just one more refresher. Real estate, industrials, consumer, energy, healthcare. I know right now, we're going from worst to best. We don't like healthcare. Put that at the bottom, right? Of what we've talked about.
What was it? I need to fucking look again.
Real estate, industrials, consumer, discretionary, energy, healthcare, and comm services.
Yeah, I'd say healthcare's at the bottom for me as well.
Okay, so of what we talked about. So next.
There you go.
Maybe of what we've talked about, it would probably be industrials. Not a big fan of... I like the sector in a bull market, but I don't know about like a 20-year hold. If you're in the middle of a recession when you're ready to get out of that, you're cocked.
Yeah, all right, what's next?
So you can agree with that one?
Let me hear yours, dude. Goddamn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were doing this together.
No.
All right. Then I'm going...
This is a quick thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was like a hash it out.
I don't
Okay.
give a fuck.
Well, then I'm going energy, real estate, consumer discretionary, then communications. Communications at the top. Just consumer discretionary right after that.
Okay, so from the top for me, number one, I'm gonna go with energy, and then number two, I'm gonna go with communications. Number three, I'm gonna go with real estate. Number four, I'm gonna go with consumer discretionary. 5 industrial, 6 healthcare.
Consumer discretionary below. Do the top three again.
Okay, number one. Oh God, let's see. I gotta look at it again. Number one
was energy.
Number one was energy. Number two was communications. Number three was real estate.
Okay, so real estate above discretionary, huh?
Yeah.
I like that. I like it, to be honest. I like it.
I might have switched that from the last podcast.
It's a little more aggressive. A little more aggressive.
Yeah.
So, I like it. So, I'm a fan of this fund, this ETF. I'm a fan, man. I like it.
Did you put communications as number one for you?
I did. As of so far, yeah.
Yeah, so far. Over energy? You don't like that oil fund?
It's tough, man. It's tough. I like that it's commodity backed. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite part of it.
That's why it's number one.
Quote unquote, I guess. Quote unquote. Anywho, well, is there anything else you want to say to these people, man? It's Thursday. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, it is nice. I should go outside.
Oh, dude, it's still so hot.
Yeah, what are you watching this next week?
Ouch.
What are you watching?
We've already talked about it a little bit. Disney, DIS. It's one of my favorites. I think it's I don't know about at this price. I think you missed out. If you listen to the earlier episodes, I told you, I think it's time, and she's starting to go up. She's had a fucking run, man. Beautiful run. God, this thing is going so slow, but she was trading between 100 and 110 basically all year. And now she closed at 116 within a matter of 5 days. She's had just a beautiful run up. Very strong chart, very strong graph. And I'm trying to see if the strength can continue, to be honest. I do have a little exposure to it over the long term. But I like it. I want to see what she does. Up 3.5% for the week, and that's a big move for a Dow player.
Are you buying? Are you recommending a buy?
Not at this level.
Where are you buying her?
I would have bought her I would have bought her at 110. I'll buy her again if she pushes past 118.
Wow. She did well this week. Really good.
You like that? I feel like 118 it pushes through. It's just it breaks through. It's gonna push, dude.
It's gonna go like 220 or something.
But remember, I'm always wrong. We talked about this right before the Skype. So do the opposite of what I say if you're playing options, and you're good.
I like how Robinhood puts the price paid on Robinhood fucking chart, and it says right now they've paid 10% higher. So average price paid is 105.30. It's a 50-50 on analyst ratings. So I am watching. It's an ETF. It's a triple leverage fund that tracks the Chinese stock market. It's like the Dow Jones. It's the Nikkei 30 or whatever, the Nikkei 100.
The Shanghai 50?
Maybe.
The Nikkei is in Japan.
Let me look it up.
Japanland.
The direction.
What's the symbol?
YINN.
Oh, okay, YINN.
The FTSE Daily China Bull ETF provides daily 3 times leverage exposure to the cap-weighted index of the 50 largest Chinese stocks traded in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong 50.
So I bought them earlier in the year. Oh, so this would have been a horror story if I held on for this long.
No.
I bought it earlier in the year. I bought it in January, around like $50, and it went up into like 53, and then Big Daddy 45 in the Oval Office slapped on tariffs and just freaking tanked. And ever since then, we've just been slapping on tariffs, and their stock market kind of shows it too.
Yeah, it's been tough, but I still like it as a long-term hold.
It looks good. If you look at their 5-year, it's really volatile. It's up and down. It's up and down. It's coming down off a huge peak. And I like it. I think I'm gonna buy some long-term calls.
Long-term, huh? I like it. What's long-term in your eyes? That I would say if you're going long-term in options, you're going over a year.
I don't know if I can hold on to an option that long.
It's hard. It really is. It's a fucking emotional goddamn roller coaster. But that's why we stay disciplined in this game, Nathan. We stay disciplined.
I'd probably just buy the stock now. I'd probably just buy the stock right now because it's only It's $24 a share. And you're buying the top 50 stocks in China.
I like it, and you're getting triple leverage.
Yeah.
I like it. I like buy the stock for now.
Yeah. I like buy the stock here. Buy YINN. Where can they add us, Jason?
You can find us on Stock Twits.
Heyo.
You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Soundcloud, Twitch. And all you got to do is search for the Rebel Trading Group. You'll see us in our little thumbnail there. Yeah. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, insults, corrections, or ideas, please email us at rebeltradinggroup@gmail.com. If you like a full archive of all of our stuff, that will always be free to you on YouTube. 42 episodes. This is number 43. Chapow. And we love what we do. Reach out to us. We'd like to hear your stories. We'd like to hear your questions. Just anything. I like to create a community of traders who just like to be around other traders and learn from other traders. That's what we're about here.
We should get a team going soon.
Let's do it. Let's get a trading floor. Let's do this fucking thing, people. Come on. Let's go.
Big agendas, big things
Let's be the next Enron. All right, man. Well, I had a good Thursday.
Here's a thought. If you guys have any other trading strategies that we want to share with us, maybe we'll paper trade it and see how it goes. That'd be kind of cool.
Fun. Yeah. The RTG simulator.
Yeah.
Dude, we should do that January 1st. We're doing it. It's a thing now.
Thanks.
January 1st, we are launching a simulator. I'm gonna do a little research and find the best simulator out there. So far, my favorite is still the Investopedia one.
Investopedia.
And we will paper trade a $500,000 account using Nathan and I's ideas and strategies, and our recommendations, and it's gonna be fun. We'll see how we do for the year. It's going to be fun, man.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
Well, without further ado, thank you guys for joining us again As always, thank you for the support. Be sure to drop us a like and subscribe on YouTube. Turn on those post notifications as well. And are we casting tomorrow, maybe?
Possibly.
Well, then we might see you tomorrow, but if we do not see you on Friday, we will see you on Monday. And in that case, is it Monday yet?
Romantic, isn't it? Shut up and sit down.